Hi, welcome back to Factutainment Entertainment. Nope.
Did we already do the test recording?
Yes, I already did the test recording and we sounded
Yeah.
fine. This is Last Call BBS. I'm not sure what it is exactly. It looks like a... What's the word?
Big booty salamanders. It's Salazzle Channel 24/7.
No, it's like a... It's like a simulation of like a... What's the word? Of like an old-timey PC. It looks like.
The Mayans would use sitchel as a filling for tooth cavities.
Oh.
Sitchel has a naturally incredibly high sugar content, so it would cause more tooth cavities.
Hey.
Sitchel, you may know more as those little square gums, like short-lasting gum.
Oh, Chiclays.
Yeah, chickle.
Love that.
Chiclets. Speaking of candy, Milk Duds were originally dubbed Milk Duds because they were flat. The original intention for the candy was for them to be perfectly round. When they came out awkwardly misshapen, they were dubbed Duds so that they could sell. Company could sell them.
Handy mate. Interconnection call.
During 1830 to 1900, there was a revolutionary diet that actually was very useful for women who wanted to lose weight. It was actually incredibly effective. It was tapeworms.
Yeah, hell yeah, tapeworm. Interesting.
This is real dark.
Uh,
Zad Jarrah, one of the hijackers of the 9/11 attacks, always wanted to be a pilot, but his father discouraged him. He was later cited in his reasoning of, "I only had one son, and I was afraid he would crash."
That's fucked up.
Yep.
Okay, there's a shutdown button, but I'm afraid to click that because, like, that might actually shut down the game.
Elaine's father on Seinfeld, played by Lawrence Tinnery, was supposed to be a recurring character, but he horrified the cast and made threatening gestures towards Seinfeld with a knife.
I mean, I would too. Man. I'm kidding. Well, I don't know if I'm kidding or not. For the sake of it being done in Minecraft, I'm kidding.
Let me die, let me die, let me die. Oh, please let me die.
No, you must live with having a fat, chunky ass.
Several octopus tentacles will still function as normal for up to an hour after being cut off, even going as far as to search for food and bring it back to a phantom mouth.
Huh. Dungeons and Diagrams, what's this about?
The co-founder of the CIA's venture capital firm, In-Q-Tel, was originally a video game designer.
Interesting.
Tamara Torlakson pooped her pants while running a marathon and still set her personal best.
Hell yeah.
Ancient Egyptian king Menkare's black stone sarcophagus is carved with niched panels and was discovered inside his pyramid, but lost at sea in 1838 when it was being transported to England to be displayed in the British Museum. Lord Timothy Dexter was a late 1700s American businessman who faked his own death and attended his own funeral. But after seeing his wife fail to cry, revealed himself and caned her for not grieving hard enough.
I'm sorry. He said Saint Nuts for a second, and that made me giggle a little. Yes, I'm 5 years old. Leave me alone.
Al-Jazari is a 12th-century Kurdish polymath who invented the crankshaft, piston engine, valve, cam, mechanical clock, combination lock, hydropower-driven water supply system, and the first programmable human robot. Leonardo da Vinci was inspired by his work.
Hmm.
Saudi Arabia planned to bid to host the 2030 World Cup with Greece and Egypt, and offered to fund the construction of new stadiums in Greece for the tournament. But because of the controversy and accusations of uh, Saudi Arabia's poor human rights, the planning for the bid was ceased. So the Gulf of Mexico is a dead zone, which is an area of hypoctic waters, which supports fewer organisms and has been linked to massive fish kills that can cover up to 6,000 to 7,000 square miles at the mouth of the Mississippi River.
Interesting.
William Rankin is a pilot who, in 1959, parachuted into and survived passing through a cumulonimbus thunderstorm cloud while it was fully developed. Experience so traumatic he dubbed it as being in a huge, uncontrollable laundry machine.
Yeah, I would think.
The U.S. was going to detonate 3 nuclear warheads to drill for oil, which would have detonated 300 trillion cubic feet of natural gas.
That sounds like an
This was
absolutely.
stopped by the community of Sublette County due to the high risk of well-being of the community and the environment. Yeah, I fucking.
The fact that, hey, mining for oil with a nuclear weapon was on the table is fucking insane to me. Hey, let's do a little strip mining, maybe with an H bomb. Nobody will know, you know.
It's not like what we're trying to find is flammable or anything.
Like, just the fact that the city that they were trying to do it in was like, hey, maybe don't do that, please.
That reminds me of. Granted, this was less bad of an idea. It was still a terrible idea. They tried to make like a generator
Mm-hmm.
using a nuclear bomb by setting it off underground, and the plan was like, okay, we'll use it to like set off this, and then you can, through a series of tubes, you can harvest the steam that's generated, and then we'll pump it back in, and it'll turn back into steam as the water condenses. You can just like use that to run and be a generator.
Uh-huh.
Well, they underestimated the power of an atomic bomb.
How long ago was this?
This was in like the 50s.
Yeah, I have a distinct feeling that everybody in the 50s kind of vastly underestimated the power of fucking atomic bombs. Like you know what I mean?
I'm looking it up. So it was 1957. So what ended up happening was that all of the energy ended up getting sent through one hole because the thing they built underground to try and do this detonation and like extract power from it was not well constructed. And so through a series of mistakes with valves, and a lot of the valves were shut, and so all of that energy going out through one hole, which was just the size of like your standard manhole that you would access the sewer with.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
It sent the manhole cover into space.
Jesus Christ. Has it come down yet?
No, it's left the solar system.
Fuck.
They were like, well, did it melt? And they did calculations, and it was going so fast through the atmosphere,
It didn't have
would not
time
have
to
to have
melt.
time to melt.
I was kidding when I said that. What was it going so fast out of the fucking stratosphere? It didn't have time to melt? Yes, in fact, it didn't. It's like, I was kidding.
It is, technically speaking, although the speed has not been formally measured, the fastest man-made object in history.
Damn.
It was called Operation Plubbob.
Bloblobless. Insane. Absolutely fucking insane. You know, maybe that's the reason why people are so apprehensive to nuclear fucking energy. Because nobody knows how to actually use nuclear fucking energy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I did a paper on it earlier about, like, thorium reactors and how they're generally a safer idea than plutonium or uranium reactors.
Like, let's take Chernobyl for instance. Isn't the reason why the Chernobyl incident happened is because some idiot was like, "Hey, what if we did this? What if we did this instead?" Like a high.
No, there was a series of bad decisions that led to the Chernobyl.
But you agree with me that it was bad decisions that led to the explosion from people that.
Bad decisions and kind of mistakes of people just being complacent and not realizing what they're doing is not the best idea.
Also, what the fuck? Okay, I hope that didn't interrupt the recording. I just got a notification from OneDrive that was like, "Hey, if you're not using these files, we can go ahead and delete them for you." And it's like, what? Get the fuck out. And not to the files, but like ask it, like popping that notification up in front of me.
Okay, so it was called the Pascal A test, and it was the first that aimed to contain nuclear fallout. The bomb was placed at the bottom of a hollow column, 3 feet wide and 485 feet deep, with a series of conduits. The test was conducted on the night of July 26, 1957. And it is said that the explosion coming out of the column looked like a Roman candle.
Voom. What was the noise, though? Was it like a voom? Stop doing that. Va-va-voom.
So the iron cover was only partially visible in one frame of a high-speed camera, which shot one frame per millisecond.
Holy shit.
Thank
God the slow-mo guys were there to catch it with their high-speed camera.
To use this information to find out how far it was going, they calculated that it was traveling 5 times the escape velocity of Earth, around 125,000 miles an hour.
Jesus. God, I wish we had high quality like footage of the. What the?
The energy released when it was all vented through one pipe resulted in a flash that was brighter than 1 million times brighter than the sun.
pretty bright.
The fastest control, for comparison, the fastest control object man has ever made was the New Horizons spacecraft, which was at 36,373 miles per hour.
Jesus. Beep boop pop beep pop beep.
And remember,
gay for pay only help.
4 months later, on October 4th, 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the world's first artificial satellite. So while the USSR was the first to launch a satellite into space, this failed American nuclear test was the first people to send anything into space.
Damn.
That we know.
Voom.
Man, I'll look over there.
Va va voom.
This has been it for this episode of Rand Fact.
Va va voom.